finally got my ND filters last night. They showed up. I didn't get any form of tracking information or anything. I didn't know they were shipped at all. I didn't get an email notifying me when they would ship. I kind of just bought it at the same time I bought this DJI Osmo that I'm using right now. And this came first, but the ND filters didn't come. Also, the mist filter didn't come. So I couldn't even buy the mist filter when I wanted to buy it. But I'll try. What the hell's going on? I'll try buying it a little bit. Maybe I'll buy it later today. I'll try to buy it today. But yeah, I just want to see what these look like. There are three of them. There is the 64, which is the one I'm on now. There is a 16, and then there is, I think it's 128 or something ridiculous. It's really high. It's really strong. I'm not sure what those are in stops. Like my assumption would be, 2 stops to 5 stops, but I don't know if 128 is 5 stops. All right, that might be a little bit more, but I don't know. Hopefully someone can tell me. I'm purposely trying to get the sun in the background. Fortunately, it's a little harder to do than I'd expect. Yeah, I'm trying to get the sun just so I can see what the exposure looks like when I get it back into my apartment. Let me do this right here. This is a lot of dynamic range, I think. Maybe we could watch Roscoe take his dump. Roscoe, what are you doing, Roscoe? What you doing? You gonna use it? Come on, let's go for a walk. Are you gonna use it? You gonna use it right here? All right, well, I'm gonna record him taking his dump. We'll give him some privacy. Turn back to me. Yeah, I'm also interested to see how it handles exposing me, because the sun's behind me. I have the ND filter on, and I'm black. Oh my gosh! Standing downwind. That was a mistake. Let me set this camera down right quick. Let's see how it handles exposure now that the sun is in front of me. I should be exposed a little bit better. I'm looking at the EV meter. It says that it's underexposed. I'm at like negative 0.03. I'm a third of a stop underexposed. So maybe the solution is to increase the max ISO. Right now I'm doing the 50 to 3200. So 50 is my base ISO, the lowest ISO it'll go to, and 3200 at the moment is the highest that it'll go to. I also think this should be a fairly decent test. We got a lot of loud noises right here. They're over there cleaning. Let me switch the thing around. Yeah, he's over there cleaning. So it's really loud, but hopefully this is a good way to test this new 32-bit float mode that's in the mic. To be honest, this 32-bit float mode is mostly marketing. It just gives you more headroom, and the headroom isn't louder noises, it's quieter sounds, but it's neither here nor there. We'll ignore that. Oh man, we got this person with this G-Wagon. So they got the monoblock wheels, and I wanted to get the monoblock wheels on my G-Wagon. But I decided, oh wait, you can't even see it. What the hell? All right, I don't know why that was tilted up. I got to figure out what in the hell is going on, because sometimes the gimbal just doesn't, it just keeps going up. Anyways, they have the monoblock wheels, and they have theirs painted. I wanted those for a little bit, but I ended up getting the sport tires, or the sport wheels. I think my new G-Wagon is going to include the all-terrain wheels, the one for off-road. And the thing behind that is I have this rule. Some people think it's weird, but the rule is I'd never want to buy the same car that I've already owned. So if I've already owned the car, I can't buy it again. So my way of getting around that with the G-Wagon is just to get a new set of wheels. Like get the off-road package, which I think is sufficiently different, right? The original G-Wagon that I had was the sport. It was the AMG with the street wheels, street tires, all that. I'll still get the AMG, but it'll be the off-road package. I think that may be the one vehicle other than the Macan, which I almost broke my rule for, the Macan. So I think the G-Wagon and maybe a truck, maybe. Let's see. All right, this is another, I think this should be another challenging environment to expose me correctly. We have the sun peeking through the trees, really bright. And we also have me in the shadows, and I'm really dark. And I'm moving between the two. So we'll see how this camera handles all of that. We'll also see how it handles these reflections right here. We have some water coming up. All right, so that's that water that I was talking about. So curious how this is going to end up looking on the big screen. At the moment, I'm not putting any type of effort into how I walk. I'm not doing any special gimbal walks at the moment. I'm just doing a straight up walk around the neighborhood. And I'm assuming that on the fourth axis, on the up and down axis, we're going to see some vertical motion, as I walk with my gait. I'm not trying to stop that. That's what I'm getting at, right? So this should be the most, what's the right word? The closest simulation to what a regular person is going to experience if they were to get this camera. Just walking around my neighborhood. It's a nice day out today. It's a little chilly. It's not too chilly though. It's about I think it's like 60 something. Oh yeah, nice and clear. It's been really rainy and dreary and just disgusting for the past week. So it's nice to be able to see the sun, be able to see the sky. Being able to walk out and it's not just misty. It wasn't even cold either. It was like, I don't know, like 70s. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, this is my typical walk. I normally come out here and I try to bring Roscoe out at least twice. Sometimes we'll come out twice and we'll do one really, really long walk for about a mile or two. And then sometimes we'll only do like a 15-minute walk. And then there are other times, and these are the real times, the other times where we go out on a walk and it's for 2 or 3 hours. Not miles, but 2 or 3 hours. So he'll probably get in, 7 or 8 miles in a walk. Oh, I guess now it's another opportunity. Hey, good morning. I think right now is a good opportunity to talk about the focal length of this lens. This is a 20 millimeter equivalent. This is actually the same lens, the focal length that I have on my Sony camera that's on my desk. I have the 20 millimeter, let's see, it's the Sony FE 20 millimeter f1.8G. And that lens is actually amazing. This is an f2 lens as well, but obviously the camera sensor is a 1-inch sensor. So it doesn't have the same depth of field, but that's okay. Like it should let in the same amount of light relative to the sensor size. So it does perform relatively well in low light. No, considering the size, right? It performs much better than any iPhone I've owned. And a lot of that could be down to the fact that this is on a gimbal, right? Typically when you have slower shutter speeds, you're gonna get motion blur, which is gonna make your footage look blurry and not sharp. And when you couple that with a lot of movement, it makes your whole image look not great. However, if you were to have a gimbal and kind of slow down that movement, then things look a lot sharper. So at this moment, that's what's happening. I'm on my 20. It looks pretty good. Like I'm feeling it looks like a third of the frame with the 20. I imagine the 15 would probably get me to a quarter of the frame. I should test that actually. I'm over here just making up numbers. Should test that. All right, let's see. We're back. Let's see. We got the building over there. I don't know why it flips every time I switch the gimbal. I don't want that flip, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn that off. It slows it down too. It's distracting. All right, let's pick up Roscoe's bag of shit. Okay, so it seems like whenever I tilt my wrist up or down, that's the thing that causes the gimbal to tilt up or down. But yeah, I don't know why it doesn't go back. Anyways, this is enough for this test. I just wanted to get a quick test out, see what these ND filters look like, and also see how this thing handles dynamic range now that I have all of the tools that I would have on it, right? Typically, I would never go out in the middle of the day with no ND filter. So this whole time I've been using shutter speed to expose. But now this should be the first time that I've been able to not use the shutter speed to expose and instead depend solely on ISO and an ND filter. Now obviously this ND filter that I have on, maybe it's not obvious, it's obvious to me right now, but this ND filter that I have on is too strong. I should have used the lighter one, but this is good. This is actually a good test. Now I know, right? Like sometimes when I go out in the day, at least on my Sony camera, especially on that camera, I cannot bring the 2 to 5 stop ND filter. I have to bring my 6 to 9 stop filter. And generally I'm going to be doing 8 or 9 stops of ND. She's just gonna stand here.